It is the Oath on 106.3 The Buzz. Johnny Thrash, joined by Marcus Leal from Shattered Sun. The new album, Hope Within Hatred, is out now, and congratulations to the guys from Alice, Texas. Alice with an A as the name, Alice, not Dallas. I have to tell people that all the time. No, these dudes, they're from down south, Corpus Christi. Always good to see Texas boys doing well.
Yeah, man, we're excited, dude. How's everybody doing?
Oh, man, I know, speaking for myself, I'm doing very well. It's always good to have one of the guys we play here on the Oath on the line. Now, you've been around for a few years, but admittedly for us here, you're a new band to us. So tell us how things got started down there for y'all in Alice.
Yeah, man, we're just six small town guys, man. That we grew up together. Went to middle school and elementary and high school, and this has been our dream since as long as I can remember, man. You know what I mean? From our parents buying us our first instruments, you know what I mean, and doing the whole cover band thing. And it was once Daniel, our guitar player, kind of had the grand scheme of things, and had this whole thing planned out, and wanted to actually really do things the right way. So he kind of got us all together, put us together, and had the name Shattered Sun, and we've been going from there. And you know what I mean? Like I said, we've been doing this since we were kids, and here in Alice, Texas, it's all about the oilfield life. You know what I mean? The oilfield industry, and kind of the way it works down here, man, is your life can be pretty much predetermined before you leave high school. You know what I mean? You're brought up to go work in the oilfield, and you work there for 30, 40 years, and your life's pretty much set. And we were the six guys that refused to do that. You know what I mean? We all work in the oil field, or we were working in the oil field before we signed with Victory. But in about 2011, we had to make a choice and say, okay, are we going to go work in the oil field for the rest of our lives, or are we going to take this talent and this project that we've been working on for years and actually do it and chase it the right way? And we kind of all agreed, and that was kind of the domino that fell, that really set the chain in motion for everything that happened afterwards, from signing with Breaking Bands, and, doing this album, and, signing with Victory. It's crazy, man. The only way I can really describe it is it's kind of fate, dude. It feels like this was supposed to happen, you know what I mean? And we're supposed to be here, you know what I mean?
I would say that's absolutely right. Did you meet any resistance at home whenever you decided, hey, we're not going to just be the dudes that work in the oil field. We're gonna do this. We can get this done.
Yeah, man. There was tons of resistance, man, from friends to family to, just the average naysayer from down here that just refuses to believe that there's any talent down here. And I'm living, breathing proof that you know what I mean. If you work hard enough and you dream big enough, it can happen, man. And I'm not saying we're at the top of the mountaintop just yet, but I guarantee you every single body that I can remember told us that we would never even make it here. So, you know what I mean? Here's to proving people wrong, man.
Yeah, man, isn't it a great age we live in? I remember being a kid and, growing up in Vernon, Texas here. It's like, oh, you better get out of Vernon. You better get out of Wichita Falls. You better get to the big city, New York, L.A. Well, I guess that's not the case, and I would say that you are living proof of that.
Yeah, exactly, man. And you know what? I mean, absolutely no disrespect to, the oil field. We were all a part of the oil field. Our families are a part of the oil field. It's just, and we love representing where we come from, small town Alice, Texas. It's just, what I really want to inspire, kids and musicians, from down here is just because we're down here, you know what I mean, doesn't mean that, people aren't looking. And, our story is so crazy, man. It almost took 100 wrongs for one right to happen. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
We're just, I feel like we have the eyes of the world upon Texas right now. It's us, Sons of Texas from McAllen, and Upon a Burning Body from San Antonio. And we're all making big, big strides right now. And
yes.
The eyes of the world are on us right now.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. That has really become a scene. Nothing More, another band out of San Antonio. They are really, I'm glad to see that. I love that y'all are really starting to have something that's coming together there. You start to think in this day and age, well, as the internet killed the scene, you think about the Seattle grunge scene back in the early 90s, and there's not a lot of scenes like that, but I'm looking and I'm hearing right now that there's a hell of a scene, and it's happening right here in the Lone Star State. Congratulations for being at the center of it.
Yeah, man. Thank you. We're proud to be a part of it.
Damn right. It is The Oath here on 106.3 The Buzz. Johnny Thrash along with Marcus from Shattered Sun. 281, that road runs right through the middle of Wichita Falls. I know exactly what you're talking about. Now, I've talked to the guys at the label before, so I know what's up with that song, but I want to hear you tell the listeners out there about 281. They're going to love this.
Yeah, man. 281 runs right through, our hometown, and it's almost like as soon as we get back into Texas from touring, or whether when we were working in the oil field, or just anybody, that travels for a living, or that has to be out there on the road. Mm-hmm. For me personally, and for my guys, every time we would get into that San Antonio and you'd see the 281 South sign, it was such a sigh of relief, man. We're home. Our families mm-hmm. are right there, and it's kind of a testament, to anybody that has to work on the road, and to anybody that knows what it's like to be a part of away from your family. Even with our ties to the oil field, we know how it is. All of our friends and all of our family, they go away for 2-3 weeks at a time. And they come back for 1 week, and that's just kind of a way of life down here. And I really wanted to honor, our blue collar roots, and that road means so much to us, and us being, the hardworking band we are. I know, people from down here can relate, and it's just a song. It's a very simple song about me coming home. To my family, and I just thought, what a perfect name to name it. 281.
Yeah.
What's better than coming home? That's the way I always put it.
That's right. And speaking of coming home, you just wrapped up that Dark Roots of Thrash 2 tour, man. That's a prime slot y'all snagged, opening up for Testament and Exodus. Was it a little overwhelming to be in the middle of the thrash gods, or did you just take it in stride?
No, you know what? At first, I'm not gonna lie. I've told several people this. That leading up to it was a lot of nerves. You're taking a small band who's used to playing to 100, 200 people and sticking them in front of 2,000 people. Yeah. And all the way up to that first show, man. I even when we showed up in San Francisco, and we were at Testament's rehearsal, and we were just kind of seeing how big this thing really was. And first night of tour, San Francisco, birthplace of thrash. Doors open at 6 o'clock. 800 kids rush the stage. I can't even tell you how nervous we were. To the point where I blew chunks. But something cool about that night that I'll always remember. I'll tell my grandkids about this, because it's just something that I'll never forget. I was so nervous, and a lot of self-doubt was going through my head there. And these are thrash, thrashers.
Uh-huh.
Thrash. They don't want to hear a new band. They want to hear Exodus, Testament.
Yeah.
And I just let the nerves get the best of me. And right after I blew chunks, Chuck Billy walks on stage, and he's the one who gave us the opportunity, our manager, and
mm-hmm.
he just said, hey, kind of gave us the shove and said, hey, you're here for a reason. Get out there and show the world what you guys are about. And that became our battle cry, man. Every single night, we're going to go out there and we're going to earn it, at all costs. And it was an amazing experience, man. Every single city embraced us, and even on the night we released our album, Zetro, talked about us on stage and how we were the future of heavy metal, and how the fans needed to support us and keep us going. Because we're trying to keep this thing alive here. And it just meant the world to us, man, to be on that tour, and so happy. It was very sad that it had to end, man, but I'm happy that we learned from the pros, how to do this touring thing.
The Oath on 106.3 The Buzz. Johnny Thrash joined by Marcus Leal from Shattered Sun. Now, you're playing the Rockstar Energy Drink Mayhem Festival this summer, and that's a killer lineup. One of the best I personally could say that I've seen from the Mayhem Festival. Which one of those bands are you most stoked about playing with? I think I probably know the answer, but go ahead.
Of course, I'll just say it off the bat. Slayer and Time every single night. Like I got to make, all of us got to make really good friends with Gary Holt on this past tour, and we're just excited to get out there with our brother, man, and see him shred every day. It was an honor, to watch him every single day, and also hell yeah, man. I haven't met any of the guys from Pantera, but I know Vinnie Paul. He's like a god to us down here in Texas. He's a huge Cowboys fan. I'm a huge Cowboys fan.
Me too. Hell yeah.
I'm hoping to get that Cowboys picture between the two of us, man. And we're just excited for the opportunity to get out there and continue to, show everybody, hey, we're here to stay.
Yeah, how long do y'all think you'll end up touring behind the album? Is there any kind of a plan? Did Victory lay out a plan? Okay, you're going to do this for this amount of time, and then it's time to start working on another album? Or are they letting you kind of guide your way through it, feel your way through, see what works out?
Well, it's a joint process between us, management, and Victory. But I can say, we're already, getting the things rolling for the next album in our heads and messing around with pre-production. We never like to sit complacent, you know what I mean, and just say, we're just pushing our album. We got ideas flowing, but at the same time, we want to tour, Hope Within Hatred. We just did Dark Roots of Thrash. We're going to do Mayhem Fest all summer. Right after Mayhem Fest, we leave on the road with Soulfly and Soilwork. We just announced that yesterday. So we are, really busy, man. We're busy for the rest of the year, and we're looking forward to taking a trip across the pond sometime at the end of the year or maybe at the start of next year.
Oh, and man.
Just, we're very, very excited and very blessed for the opportunities that we have coming up.
Man, I'm right there with you. Coming up, Shattered Sun Rockstar Energy Drink Mayhem Festival in Dallas at JEXA Energy Pavilion, Sunday, August 2nd. The new album, Hope Within Hatred, is out now. Thank you, Marcus, for taking time to talk to me.
No problem, man. It's my pleasure, dude.